Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. And this is my review, my late review, honey, because I was supposed to be live at 9:30, okay? I had to keep pushing it back because I was just busy. You be having conversation and then other things go on or whatever. And then things get pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. I basically wasn't focused, okay? But thank y'all for coming around here tonight for this late night, 10:30 at night review of Love, you're not Love, Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14, the live chit chat. Okay, hello. Okay, um, I can't be doing these late night lives because it's like, girl, you should have been on time, okay? But y'all know first things first. If you have not done so already, which I hope you all will, make sure to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and dot, okay? Because it's always the thing to do. You can also be sure to like the video, comment in the comment section, hit the little share button, share it on your social media because share me with those that you love or whatever. Also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, on Twitter. The links to everything you need to know, all that stuff is always in the description box below every single video. Now, look, I am here, okay? But I knocked my lamp over and broke it. Okay, so I have to have the light on for my hallway. So I'm not gonna be on screen because there's a weird glare, and I feel like it just looks weird. Plus, I feel like my signal was being dumped too, but it's fine, around here, okay? But hello to everybody who is here. It's good evening, everyone. Okay, hearts all around. Hey. Yep, look, happy Mother's Day to all the moms around here. Okay, all up and do. But hello to everyone. This episode was good, but also a bit boring, but still good enough for me to want to watch. Okay, because look, I'm not late because I was bored watching it. I'm not late because I wasn't interested in watching it or whatever. Time just got away from me. But let's get into it because I don't want to be on here too long, honey, because I want everybody to go to bed for work tomorrow. Yeah, I'm already looking on Amazon, so I should have a new one by, if not tomorrow, by Tuesday. So luckily the light isn't too, look, it's not too bad in here. It's just the weird shadow over here is like a monster. I don't know. And then, honey, I don't know. And then again, I keep feeling like my signal going out. I don't know if it's because it's pulling too much energy or what it's doing, but I'm like, it's gonna be fine. But yeah, I'll have the light in a day or so, and I'll be happy with that. So, are y'all liking the new season of Housewives of Atlanta? I know it's only episode 2, but is anybody like, you know what? I wish it wasn't this. I wish it wasn't that. Or are we happy to have our girls back in our faces, you know, get on our nerve or making us happy, either or. I like the new season, truth be told. I do feel like um who we not getting enough of? I guess nobody. I just feel like a little bit of the conversations with the scenes were a bit like, this all y'all got. But I do think this beginning stuff was probably when they first started filming the season, because that's when they were still finalizing contracts. So I feel like they kind of putting stuff together. I hope it gets better, later in the season, but we shall see. So let's go ahead and get into is what's the first thing we seen was Saya. So Saya at home with her mama. Oh, y'all know those are the ladies, okay? Our beautiful 6 housewives this season. There they are, okay? Let's move on. Can y'all hear me? Because why is my signal going in and out? It's so stupid today. But I hope y'all can hear and see me, that I'm not sounding like a little robot or nothing. But let's just hope that ain't what's going on. I just wish we can go back in time to the first 6 seasons. I always feel like that though. I like the old Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's not that I want to go back to the old seasons, but I do feel like it was a better. It may have been more authentically original, because back then none of them knew, how to be. I do feel like now a few people are like just putting over the cameras, but they kind of know how to act. Okay, you can tell they know. Okay, we come to a scene. Okay, and scene. So it's a little bit less authentic, but not fake. So I'm gonna let it be, let them be, and then let's move on from that. But yeah, Sonya at home, her sister's in town. So on her last reality show, all her family always did live together. So that's normal to me. But she has 9 people living in her house. I'm like, 9 people? That's a lot of people. Do we really? So it was her husband, their son, her mom, her dad, her sister, the sister's husband, and then the sister's husband's 2 kids. So I was like, honey, what is going on? But she feel like because they just moved to Atlanta, the family will stay with them for about a year, and she's hoping that will make them want to move to Atlanta permanently and not, go back to wherever else they came from. And so they're all in the house. So I talking with her mom and her sister, she asked her sister, like, how does it feel to be here? Like, how is the transition going? And it's like, we always a little bit different. It's okay, but I got to get used to, not have my own, and being here all together. And so the mom was like, well, you wasn't the only one that had your house. I'm like, Mama, I don't think she was dissing you. The mama do seem like she may not like it if they're speaking in a way that makes it seem like she didn't do something right, or like she ain't nothing or whatever. And I was like, I don't think that's what it is or whatever. I think they just talking. It's like, Mama, but I wasn't saying that you didn't. I was talking about me. It wasn't about you, but fine, fine, fine. I'm like, Mama, is that Mama Jones? Or she Mama Joyce? Which mama is Sonya mama gonna be like? I'm like, is it gonna be the meddling mama, or the don't make it seem like I didn't raise you right mama? It's gonna be this crazy, if you can ask me. And they moved their TL for the show. Well, I don't know, because if Sonya and them been there for a year, but I wouldn't. Her sister may have moved there for the show, but I know before on her last show, her parents did stay with her because her mom was a manager. So I don't know, but I do think the sister may have came here to be an addition for the cast of the show, but I'm not sure because her sister's her hairstylist. Her mom is her manager. So she's always been used to them being around and used to them helping and being used to them just like, being around there. Wait. More scripted reality now than earlier days. This is very, very true. And people wonder why the show is less authentic. This thing, I don't think it's less authentic. I think people just aren't as off guard as they used to be. Before, you did not know or you did not realize how much they would catch on camera. And so I feel like now people are just sometimes more refined. Okay. So I wouldn't say it's less authentic, but I get what you mean, though. I fully get what you mean. But let's see. She gonna be a creamy mama. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. But hello to those who are popping in. My signal was at 1 bar. It sucks, y'all. Maybe because I don't know what's going on. Anyway, but again, that's really all they have with them. That's what I said. It was a little bit boring, but at least we can see her sister there and there's so many people in the house. Let's move on to over at Sheree's house. So Kenya comes by to see Sheree, and we see Sheree's basement being finished. She brought up how the last time Kenya was here at my little housewarming party before my basement was finished being done. It was all shade, 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 and now the basement is finished. Now she has like a whole little basement bar. You see the whole little seating area over there. It's a nice basement. Okay, it's really because she built a huge house. The crazy part is she built this huge house based on her and the kids, and it was not. By the time it was finished, the kids was gone. So it's like, girl, you don't need all that space. You don't need all that space, okay? But it's her money, it's her house. So the basement bar. We also see the little entertainment room, nice and bright. For some reason, around me a Candy's basement, but I'm gonna leave that be too because it ain't my business. We also seen that there was a theater room. What was it? Oh, it was something else. But there was also a little salon. Okay, little salon spa with a massage table down there, whatever. But it was cute, 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 cute. Let's see, they all moved together. They left Florida for Texas and now Georgia. Yeah, that's what I was saying. When I watched them on the last show, they've always traveled together. I don't think they've ever not lived either not live together or not live in the same state. So I wasn't surprised. I was more surprised when we did not see her sister last time. But I'm like, they always usually be together. So since they're now, fine. But um, is it is this winter room? It may be. We never know. But anyway, it was cool seeing Kenya and Sheree, sit down and chit chat. We know they had beef before, okay? Long time ago. But now they neighbors. Okay. Sheree's house is finished. Finally, it happened to her. And they just talk about Marlo's gala and everything. And Sheree brings up how, Marlo was saying this and Marlo was saying that. And I was like, but first of all, the drama kind of started because I did not mean to leave the room up there. Um, but I'm sorry, Sheree was telling Kenya about the things Marlo said. But it's like, Sheree, Marlo said those things after you told her or made it seem like Kenya was the only one speaking about her party. And I'm like, so the shade was kind of a little bit more harsh because of what you did. Okay, it was on you, it was your fault. But, it's like, Kenya said that you have a white refrigerator, you was borrowing or renting Lisa Ray's car, you know what I'm saying, and all these things. What's wrong with having the white refrigerator? I can pay my rent, okay, my bills to pay. I didn't even know Lisa Ray was enough to, lease or borrow her car. And they did put up a photo showing Kenya back in like 2012 with Lisa Ray. I was like, so you do know her? No? Anyway, but in the conversation, because Sheree can't fully remember all the shady things that Marlo said, she calls Sonya. Now, Sonya said, well, yeah, she did say this and she did say that, but Sonya was smart. She did not stay on the phone long enough. Like, well, no, she's confirmed what Sheree had already said. Like, yeah, she did bring up the refrigerator and then also the, rented car or whatever. But that's really all that it was. Now, they then switched conversation. Well, not really, because at first Kenya was like, well, Marlon the one who be talking shit about people or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? She came for Drew and Drew's bun her on her head as if Marlo did not get a Chia Pet hair transplant. I said, not a Chia Pet. Chia. I was like, she just wanted some edges. Marlo just wants some edges, but I'm like, again, the shade between Marlo and Kenya, I think is going to be real this season. What's going to be crazy is seeing once Marlo beef with Candy. Okay, I'm like, girl, messy. But when they get on Drew, because Sheree brings up at the little gala how you left her purse. And because she left her purse, had to come back and get it, since she also had her phone. Kenya then said, well, first of all, I heard some tea about you. I heard that Drew's assistant used to be your assistant, okay, for like 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Because Drew told Candy, her assistant, who we seen last episode, used to work for you, and he told her that you owe him money. And also, she's been saying that he's telling her other things about you. Now, we do see like a little flashback scene of 3 days before where Drew was on the phone with Candy, and she's saying how he's telling me things about Sheree that I don't think I should be knowing. So it's crazy. And Candy said the best thing: go talk to Sheree. Call Sheree. Now, I don't know why she had not called Sheree yet. I also don't know why Candy told Kenya, and then Kenya went back and then told Sheree. I'm like, honey, the tag telephone and stitching, it's gonna be messy. And I feel like this is the reason why we figure out later on in the season that Sheree and Drew gonna have issue. It's gonna be based on this. And it's weird because it seemed like the beef or even the conversation that Drew was having with Candy, it wasn't really messy. It was her saying, like, I did this, said this, and then, I don't think I should know. But I think it's gonna come into play when they say, why didn't you just talk to Sheree? If you felt uncomfortable, why not talk to Sheree or tell them to stop talking about you? But I can feel that Sheree will take this as her moment to drag Drew or have her moment this season. But I'm like, dragging Drew too easy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for what? I don't understand. Now, or since when did Housewives need assistance? Well, I think it depends on, like, Candy needs assistance because Candy runs a whole empire. I would even say Kenya does, because Kenya does have more hair care. So she may need someone to help her with the everyday things of doing this and doing that. But I mean, other than that, I don't know. Now, Sheree does say, okay, that she knows this assistant of who Kenya speaks, but he wasn't really like her assistant, like on a consistent basis. She would use him from time to time, you know what I'm saying, over the years when she needed something. So again, he not even a full-fledged assistant. Okay. I was like, well, that's kind of crazy. But again, that could probably show he may not be the best reliable person to be listening to. Um, Sheree is problematic. Is she problematic or is she just TV show messy? I think she may be both. If she takes this opportunity to make it an issue and to make it bigger than what it would, make it bigger than what it is, then yes, Sheree is messy, and we know she's gonna do that. So I know why I'm trying to defend the lady. Um, let's see, to maul out. Oh, to mail out She by Sheree, but the fans just didn't go. Y'all been see. But again, you know, Sheree now wants to have a conversation with Drew about the whole assistant situation. I think she may feel like Drew out here, you know, tarnishing my name. I'm like, why would you talk to the assistant guy? You know what I'm saying? Because do you owe him any money, Sheree? We know for a fact that sometimes you would not pay for it. Okay, we know that sometimes you would have been saying that things like it took you 18 years to build a house because you had to, you know, pay for it. Okay, pay for it. But again, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Uh, why was Sheree getting real comfortable when Kenya was telling her about the tea about Drew and this isn't her husband? Because Sheree is messy. Sheree gonna use that later. I think Sheree is always looking for a reason to have something going on because it's like, and this is no tea, no shade to Sheree. Sheree rarely has a lot going on, so I feel like she's always looking for something to attach herself to. Because again, she's supposed to be back this season to discuss Tyrone, she haven't even called Tyrone. You better call Tyrone. She didn't do that either. Okay, how you haven't called the man that you're dating right now, but you haven't, because she even brought up how Drew needs to be worried about her own husband and his assistant versus worried about me and mine. I'm like, but was Drew worried about your stuff, or was your ex assistant, whoever that man was, you know, putting your business in the streets? I don't know, but this is very, very possible that Sheree owed that man. It's also possible that she does not. But again, I do feel like this is where the Drew Sheree feud will start, and we will see how it ends later on. Okay, let's get to Drew and Ralph. Lord Jesus, at their house, Drew really be allowing this. I'm not gonna say loud. Ralph is a complete asshole. I don't know how to say it. You know, he is. I don't understand how they together still. Okay, now she brings up how after the gala, at Marlo's gala, Candy put up his assistant's ID to social media, whatever, and you know it was some interesting things on there. And then Ralph then said, "Well, you know I fired her," and I'm like, "Well, but did you really?" And she's like, "Oh, okay, so y'all don't talk anymore." This fool said, "I never said that. You know, I didn't say that. You know, I said we won't be doing business anymore." I said, "Nigga, what? Did you just tell your wife that you never told her that you would not talk to the woman who she said that you was texting about some side? What? That's personal. I would not. I was like, you look. Ralph is handsome, okay, beautiful features, but Ralph ain't shit. He can't be trusted. He is a gaslight her, and I was like, this is. It's like you see it in slow motion, and it's like Drew, run, get out of there, Drew. But you can't. She can't hear you. I don't know why. This fool said, I can understand you not being comfortable with the woman, maybe because of how she looks. I say, nigga, what? That he was saying it so sensibly. Like what he said make him. I said, did you just what? Sir, what? Get out, sir. No, don't. Wrong road, wrong road. Okay. My signal's still being weird. That's so stupid. He really told his wife, I never said that me and the woman wasn't talking anymore. We was not doing business. He then said, I get you being uncomfortable, probably because of how the other woman looks. He's a master deflector and manipulator, and she's not the brightest bulb. She isn't. And that don't go right together. It doesn't. Drew would get fed up at some point and divorce his ass. I hope it's tomorrow. I really, really do. Because if not, why not? I would never agree with the storyline because he wouldn't be embarrassing me on TV. See, this why I feel like it can't be fake because it wouldn't make any sense. Because this storyline does not make either one of them look better. It just doesn't. Now, why Bravo will keep them around forever and ever, because the people were gonna watch. I'm like, you really living through this with this man, girl? I don't, not on my watch. I like Ralphie, I like Ralphie likes to see her, or I think he likes to see her upset. Probably so, because when she mentioned that Candy, found old girl's IG, you can see he got a bit aggravated. Just a bit. I was like, mm. Is he abusing you? I hope he isn't. Okay. Also, easy access now. She's on right. She's no longer an employee. If the whole issue was y'all getting too personal, why would you then tell me, oh, I'm not her business wife, but I'm not gonna say I'm not still, in communication with her. I was like, nigga, that was the problem. That's the problem. I was like, Negro, what is wrong with you? He then brings up, oh, she's 50. She's a 50-year-old woman saying she was, what does that matter? Because what does that matter? She's 50. A lot of 50-year-old women look amazing. I was like, you can't trust this man, okay? He then said the only person who had an issue with her was you. You were the only person who said there was some kind of issue with her. You've had it out for her from day one. I have had so many other women around me, but you only had an issue with that person. I said, oh, you want to make it seem as if like your wife is jealous of this lady who you seem to be defending. Because what he's doing is he's trying to make her Ralph is really trying to make her feel like she tripping. Like she don't need to have any feeling about that lady. So she can allow that lady to come back. I'm like, look, at the end of the day, I don't need to save a assistant employee lady if it's going to cause discourse my marriage. And the fact that he's doubling down on, no, Drew, only you have an issue. Only you have a problem. Nobody except you, which will make her feel even more insecure. Like, am I tripping? Should she be around? No. Heck no, Drew. Just leave that man because he is horribly girl. I said, this is some bullshit. So, in her confessional, okay, she said, people always say that Ralph gaslights me, but I don't believe it. The producer then said, do you know what gaslight means? The fact they knew, she can't know what that word means. She can't, because if she did, ain't no way on God's green earth she would say that he ain't doing it. So like, do you know what it is? She said, no, but I'm gonna Google it. And when she Googled it, she said, damn, he be gaslighting you. When anyone told you that's what he was doing, why did you Google it then? Okay, why did you Google it? If someone say, oh, so-and-so, I'm going to Google it immediately if I don't know what it means. And I was like, it's crazy watching it in real time because I'm looking like, how does she not see this? Drew was insecure. He gaslights her on yes, he does. And in the worst way. Ralph is a master manipulator, and Drew will get tired of being embarrassed on TV and run for the hills. And I can't wait for that. Drew has a real storyline for seasons to come. I mean, if she leaves him and dates, she does. But it's dumb that he just continues to make her seem like she's the one that's tripping. And then when he says to her, I never said to you, no, he said, you never told me I couldn't talk to her. Okay, and I never told you I would not talk to her. Okay, so right now, tell me out of your mouth that you don't want me talking to her, which would then make it a Drew issue. Because he would then say, well, you was the one who told me. I'm like, he's really trying to, girl, I was like, oh, he looked, and in this photo right here, he looked like he's trying to figure out, how can I make her feel like it's all her fault? That's the face he has on right now, okay? And her thing was, I'm not going to tell you to not talk to her, okay? I want you to respect the relationship enough to make the decision So you can't blame or resent me later on. And this fool then said, well, there's already a lot I resent you for, but we can talk about that later. I said, what? What? Ralph, Drew leave. Drew leave. Did you hear Ralph come up and say he got the massage? I did not. I did not at all. So yeah, I did not hear that at all. It's going to be interesting to watch her glow up and move on. It needs to happen. It needs to happen immediately, right now, today. Okay, and Drew just realizing that he resents me for stuff. Oh wow, what I'm gonna do? Leave him immediately. Let's move on to Todd and Ken talking. That's a little pool. No, they're at their house. Now, Candy around here producing a little play that was on Broadway. She's been doing a lot. Okay. But at this point in time, she's very, very happy promoting the play she has going on and stuff. Now, her and Todd are talking because she's like, I feel overwhelmed. I feel like I'm sometimes doing things by myself or whatever. So I just want you to kind of help me, and help you by being around a little bit more. We need to do this and we need to do that. And he like, you act like you could be on your own. Like it's not just you. But is it time? Now, Candy feel like because they're usually working on things together, and this play is one thing she's doing, it does not include him. She feel like he feels some kind of way. So they're not in the best place, not in the bad place, not in the bad place, but it's not in the usual happy-go-lucky place and whatnot. And she brings up how he also takes multiple trips. Okay, he don't be around or whatever time. He's like, you be gone for months. You be gone for months, and when you're gone for months, things have to keep running smoothly. And sometimes I leave for like a weekend. I think Todd has to realize if she's used to you being home when she isn't there, I think she does not want you to be gone when she is there. Okay, at that point in time, when we see each other. Okay. Anyway, but they'll be talking or whatever, and they, Todd brings up how it's kind of hard to get Candy to sit down and focus on things. They have a whole house that they renovate. Their house that they had for a couple years. They getting a pool redone. He said, Candy be so busy we can't get that done, but I can take some of his furniture to the place in Jersey. I said, like New Jersey? This New Jersey? Okay. Todd then explained that, years ago, before he got with Candy, he and an ex got a condo. Okay. They did not work out because, of course, he's done with Candy. But however, once they broke up, him and the girl, they broke up, he moved out. But the girl never went and refinanced the condo to get it in her name. So again, I ended up having to pay off the condo because my name was on it. And I guess she already moved out too. So he said, now we have a condo in Jersey. And Candy does not like staying, like it's a nice place or whatever, but she don't really like staying there. I said, well, probably that was that lady stuff. Okay, she's like, I don't want around here. But when Todd was like, no, it's really ours. She said, no, my name ain't on that. He said, okay, well, my name ain't on this house. I'm like, Todd name is not on the house y'all living at. Y'all have been married. It's been like 7-8 years. How is the name not also on their house? No, ma'am, no, sir. Now, he tells Candy how, look, you can get a key to the house or whatever. Ain't no issue about, you having access to the house. I was like, I mean, why would you go to New York and then pay to stay in hotels if you have a perfectly, amazingly, probably redone condo? I was like, what is wrong with y'all? Candy is, Candy's a great businesswoman, but sometimes her head swells too big for Todd's ego. But see, Todd, you can't have no big ego, bro, because that's Candy Birds. You know what I'm saying? That's Candy Birds. So I feel like if they're so used to moving as a unit, and it's gonna be some things that he can't be involved in, that he need to suck it up and let's go do something else. Go do something else. It comes off as Todd is still trying to compete with her. I think Todd will forever be trying to prove to people that he not just some, dude who can't do nothing. I think people will talk shit about Todd. So I think it's not that he's trying to compete with Candy. I think he doesn't want to ever feel like anybody was right and how he's around to kind of just mooch off her. Because at the end of the day, he making them both a lot of money. And like at the end of the day, Candy and Todd love each other. Like I don't think they. I think all marriages have issues. We know that for a fact. But I don't think at any point that either one of them don't love the other. They're just having normal, marriage issues like anybody else. So it's tough. Okay, it's tough. His name is on his name not on one of those homes because of Mama Joyce. I can believe that. I can believe Mama Joyce saying, "Don't do it, Candy. Don't put that boy name on his house, Candy." I can imagine Mama Joyce back in the day, saying that. See his condo in time for a Broadway show. Well, no, he's had a condo for years. They just probably didn't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's a thing to where they've always had it, and she's just always not wanted to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I would add a man to the deed of my home. Absolutely not. What if the marriage doesn't work out? He doesn't deserve to have equity when I bought it. I can't remember. I don't see. I feel like when they got the house, they were married. But maybe when they got the house, they were just dating. But in my head, if they were dating, I get that. I'm saying I can't believe his name ain't on the house, thinking that they moved in together once they were already married. But I'm guessing it must have been when they before they got married. Not so that's what I'm saying. Um, but I feel like I get it, But I don't think Todd wants her money. I think he likes making money himself, and that's that on that. But let's move on. At the end of the day, he like, look, you can have a key to the condo, ain't no issue. Because her name is on that condo. His name ain't on this house. But his thing is, I just feel like, what I'm saying, it's our condo. And I was like, girl, it's rich folks fuss about stuff I can't afford. I'm gonna leave that be. Let's move on to a conversation between Marlo and Candy. Now Candy round here in her makeup for Halloween. So don't feel like y'all going crazy. She was dressed up as the Wicked Witch of the West or East, North, South. I don't know. The little green evil one or whatever. But again, Marlo went to go see her at her office. And when Marlo was in the car talking to the driver, is this a bad neighborhood? Is that why these fences are? I say, Lord, not. It's weird to me when people say, "Is this a bad area?" I'm like, the Candy Factory offices have been open for years, so I mean, like, girl. Anyway, I'm leaving it. But she came first. They were discussing on the whole party, whatever. And Candy brings up how, first of all, I just don't want you to think we were sitting around just like talking about you. It was more like this conversation of what was going on. I was asking like how you like how much did it cost to rent the space out for it. And Marl, that's right. That's how you get. That's Candy is a money person, so and she get that. So I'm like, fine, fine, fine. Anyway, but she bring up how I'm gonna give you some information though to take to the ladies or whatever to start some shit. Tell them because people want her to spend their money. This fucking Marlo said, tell them I make money by dancing at Magic City on Mondays. Okay, I do private dances and my name is Ginger. I said, girl, Marlo be funny. She be funny. And I'd be like, Lord Jesus. Well, let's see. Remember, she had a house when Kim called her together. Right. Oh, that was a long time ago. Because I don't think when Kim was even coming around there, maybe not. Okay, so it makes sense. She bought the house while they were dating. Okay, because I'm like, I know it's been a while, so I get it now. But again, if that was married, like, get your name on that house because it's both for y'all. No, you didn't. I'm still here live. Okay, I got about 15 more minutes. I'm still here, and thank you for the super sticker. Okay. But first, I need y'all to go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and like the video. I was thirsty. Okay. Anyway, Candy, my little chit chat and everything going around here. she's really come to ask Candy for some advice. Okay, Candy's old mom, been a mom for years. Marla was new to being a mom T, okay, to her two nephews. But she wants some little advice with her. She brings up how, my nephews are stressing me out. She said she felt like when they first came to her, she was basically spoiling them. Okay, give them this and that, trying to make up for, their mom being in jail, their life maybe not being the best or whatever. She was spoiling them rotten and whatnot. But now she feel like she may have created some mom stuff because I guess all the money she's spending on them, she brought up how she had to spend $1,200 on a suit for homecoming. And I like how Candy then said, like, it should not be an issue with our black kids, enjoying wealth. If we have it, they should have too. Like, it should not be something where our black kids have to struggle or we want to force them to not have the best or make them know, you don't deserve to that. When people around them have nice things too. And she brought out we can instill a great work ethic in them, but while not forcing them to have less than those around them. And I'm like, I feel like I wonder. People with money don't question spending $1,200 on a suit. That's nothing. For me, if Marlo was saying I spent, $40K on a party, I spend, this and that on a Birkin bag or whatever, these things. I feel like her talking about how she spent $1,200 on a suit. It's like, Marlo, do you really have money? You know what I'm saying? I just wonder, because $1,200 isn't a lot if you are in, the elites, things in neighborhoods or whatever. Like, that's a regular cost of a suit sometimes. So I almost feel like, is she saying that did I spend so much money on them? Did I show them how expensive things were? That now it's costing me even more money to keep up with what I started. Okay. And I think Candy bringing up how, we have to be able to, one, instill work ethic in our kids, but also not make them struggle to get what they got. Okay. And then Marla brings up how, well, I feel like if I died today, they would not go hard and like to make it. And I was like, what could they're like 13 and 4, and like, they're kids still. So they may not do that just yet. But I think there's other ways to instill in kids to work with things besides making them feel like they don't deserve the fancier things in life. You can do both, in my opinion. Okay, but I like that she went to somebody with kids to ask them their opinion on, how to kind of balance it. So it was cute. Marlo asked Joe emotion wants to offer that we ain't there yet, but yes he did. Yes she did. I just happened to be dressed up for Halloween with the full camera crew, and we walked right in. Walked Marlo. Candy is always filming stuff because at that location is where she does all kinds of stuff at. And I remember when the pictures were being put on social media. So I think this what it was, but it's cute. Let's see. I don't think it's about not letting them struggle. I think it should be about teaching him, so them not that everything is going to be handed to them. True, but you can't hand them everything while not showing them how hard you have to work to get it. So that's why I feel like the fact that Marlo still to this day doesn't really explain how she makes money. How are you showing them that you're working hard to provide for them? You ain't showing us how you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, could the reason be because she's not open enough to show them what she's doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do they think she do for money? And if they feel like, or if they know that she just has all this money and they feel like they should have too, that's a different conversation. But I feel like that ain't what she said. I think, it's how you show them what you're doing. And so I wonder what she shows them. Does she show them herself working hard? Does she show them that she's not just out here, what I'm saying, it's all willing to leave some money? So, that could be a thing too. But I just want to know, what's going on. 1,200 is a lot for public school homecoming. But is they in public school? I think our fear is them getting used being handled everything they want without having to earn it for it. But that's my point. Has she shown them, like for me, I saw my parents, working. We didn't struggle at all, as far as I know. We did, I didn't know. But I seen my parents work. I didn't assume that, I can just get whatever. So I have always had work ethic. So my thing is, if she isn't showing them what work ethic is, how would they know? So I think there's a way, even if you have money, even if you're rich, there are ways for you to still, force the kids, not force, but instilling the kids around you. They have to still work for it. So I'm wondering, what has she done to show them what work ethic is? So we shall see. But honey, Marlo then get into how, saying, you're great. Can you great? You be sending money over, whatever. You send this, you send that. She said, but however, you're not really hands on. I said, hands on? Why she gotta be hands on? Why she that ain't her life? What? And she brings like, you've never even invited me over to the house for like a little game night or whatever. I was like, why is Marlo asking Candy to be a hands-on what? I'm confused. And when Candy said, well, you have to be the kind of friend you want people to be to you. You've never invited me over your house either. I was like, let her know, Candy. Let her know. Now, Candy brings up, for one, she knew Marlo years before, for years and everything, because Candy said Marlo dated her guy brother. But once she got on the show, Marlo was shading her and being shitty. And we see the little flashbacks of when Marlo said to Candy that she heard that Candy was a sugar mama. Okay, out here paying for men. So again, you can't now want me to be close with you. And I'm gonna say this and be real. Marlo needs people around her now because she's on the show, and I don't think she can survive on the show without attaching herself to someone else. Because let's be honest, Marlo is interesting, yes, but what else she got going on? I'm just wondering. So why are you now saying to Candy that you need to be more hands on? I don't think Marlo and Candy has ever had like that kind of close friendship to where she would be inviting Marlo over. And I'm like, plus them teenagers that you have are younger than her kids, so I don't get why you would think that Candy would have. I mean, them kids can play with Ace. That's a whole different age group. And Riley has been gone. Okay. So, I don't know. I don't know. Well, she said her billionaire bought her mama house, so work ethic. Why is it like you can peel off Marlo's face? Not peel off her face. No. Okay. Yeah, she does take care of her nephews. She is not interesting, but it may not be enough. I don't know. But my thing is, I would never ask someone who I'm not really close with to do more for me when I feel like whatever Candy's been doing was probably because Candy's really, really nice. So, and I like Candy saying to her, well, you never, invite me over one, and you need to be a good friend to me before asking me to be one to you. And again, I think, why aren't you, like, this is stuff you should have been doing, like with Nene. Or even, who else does she know with kids? I don't know. But I don't know why Candy, it's just weird. It's weird. I was confused, but I'm gonna leave that be. We do see later on that her nephew does go to prom, not prom, like homecoming. And he was all dressed up. It was real, real cute because she brings up how when she was younger, okay, she went to like maybe one homecoming or one prom, but she doesn't have any memory of people like doting over her or her take photo, whatever. It wasn't that. She's like, so I love that he'll have these memories once he gets older about his auntie who helped him get ready and got him all these fancy clothes and how good of a time he had. I do think people don't think about the memories that kids make, as they're growing older. It's like for me, I'm like, my nephew would have so many memories of me and him hanging out, going to the movies. Like, I would do things with him all the time. And because when they get older, that's what they remember. Who was around, okay? So I do think Marlo is very much so changed in a way to where it is about her nephews, but I don't want her to make it seem like she don't also be on some bullshit sometimes. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that be. But again, her nephew looked like he was happy to go to prom. I mean, not prom, homecoming. And you know what's cute that she made it a big deal. Okay, so that he would, know it's a great, great big deal. Let's get on to the sexy men of the Housewives of Atlanta. Todd, Ralph, and Aaron are met up. Aaron is Sonya's husband. Ralph is Drew's husband, and of course Todd is Kenny's husband. Now I want to say this. Okay, I want to say this. Um, they're all handsome men, very, very handsome men. Oh wait, Marlo seems to need consistent validation of friendships from. Yeah, she does, and I feel like it's because she's never had true friends in her life. I think she's always. I think her friendships have always been based off of some kind of common goal of who can get what for who. Okay, who can help who, and she's never just had genuine friends. So I think that is the reason why Candy said, like, you have to be the kind of friend that you want others to be to you. You have to be that person, and I don't see Marlo as that. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that be. But with Todd, Ralph, and Aaron meeting up, this is a handsome group man. Okay, now, and it's crazy because I'm looking like Ralph is really a psychopath. And he's so handsome, it makes sense. Because y'all know most crazy folks, not crazy folks, but most psychopaths are very, very handsome. Okay. And I ain't saying he's a killer. I ain't saying that. But I'm saying his mind is on some bullshit. Anyway, so I don't know. You missed this. I think Dennis would have been, cool to be around, but we'll see if Dennis comes back around on Portia's show. If that show gets, is Portia's show for the second season? I ain't gonna do that. Anyway, Ty brings up, like, look, Ralph, okay, I've been hearing things from my wife about some texts and an assistant or whatever with you. Bro, what's going on? Now, this is the crazy part. Because again, Ty brings up how he's heard things from Candy. Aaron brings up how he's heard things from Sonya, because again, they both are aware of what Drew has been going through. But he is so handsome. It's just like, I don't know. It's a waste of handsomeness or whatever. But Ralph gets to talking about this little message thing. Ralph, nothing he's saying makes any sense because it's like he's admitting to the conversation, being about things. He's kind of admitting to them having, conversation together about whatever else, but he's just not admitting to it being inappropriate, but it was inappropriate. And I feel like he just won't say that part, and I don't get it. Not F Ross. I'm here for Ross. Yes, Ross is fine. Okay. And Ross, he's only like 38. No, he's 39. Because he's 39, Ralph was 38, and Todd, I think Todd said he was either 48 or 49. But I'm like, these three black men look amazing. Okay? Look good. Okay? Stallions. Anyway, but Ralph was just not really ignoring the fact that, he is ignoring the fact that he was dead as wrong. And, when Ralph brings up how, I couldn't find a massage therapist, I could not find someone to give me a massage, I could not find anyone. Ty said, right, because there wasn't no one available. I was like, right, you can't tell me that in all of the Atlanta, in all of the Georgia streets, you cannot find out one person to give you a massage? Not one? And then, first of all, she was texting me or whatever, and I was saying how I needed to find a massage therapist, and she was asking me had I found one, okay? And then from there I said no, and my whole reply said I'm a man was in reference to me not solving a problem that I should solve because I'm a man. I was like, nigga, what? Okay. And when Todd then said, you know what? I'm gonna use that excuse. He said, I got whenever come anything, I'm saying I'm a man. Because it don't make no sense. And I like how Todd was calling him out, but still in a joking way. So Ralph would not, because I think Todd know Ralph wants some bullshit. And I think Todd's not wanting to make it seem as if he's like supporting the bullshit. Because I ain't supporting the bullshit. However, I will say, look, bro, all I know is you have to always be sure your wife is good. Like, don't nothing else matter. And she not good. And when Ralph in his confessional say at the end, because he was talking and talking and talking, and this fool said at the end of the day, Drew should have never been in my phone. And for I said, think what? You can't try to explain away what happened and then say, well, that don't even matter because truthfully, my wife should have never been looking at my phone. No, she can do that. I was like, what? Negro, okay? I was like, I don't know if Drew and Ralph is being real fake, but what I do know is I would never want to be on a nationally syndicated television show making myself off to be a complete and utter maniac. Okay, a psycho. Okay, a liar. You're a liar and you're a cheat. Okay, and you ain't no good to nobody. Okay, now Todd does bring up the whole Jersey kind of situation. After Aaron brought up how his wife, whole family's here, but they're cool with that because they've always been around. He's been with Sonny for 18 years, so her family is really like his family. So we had that conversation because they're looking for lands to build on. Because again, they want to bring the family here, the family here on a regular full-time basis. And when Ty brings up the condo in Jersey and how Candy does not want to be there, and Candy issue was like she said earlier, like he used to be there with his ex, like that was like I don't want to really be there like that. I was like, girl, you better just do it, just do it, okay. What does Ralph do? Honey, I don't know. But besides look good and guy like Drew, I don't know. Ralph, he refuses to take any kind of belief for any of his antics. And he makes things worse in the audacity. The audacity of this bull of a shit, okay? Todd is a businessman. I believe his business insight is a strength. Candy and Todd's relationship, but I know Candy has mentioned wanting him to turn it off sometimes. Yeah, I can see that too. I can't believe, yeah. It was weird because he was talking, and ended it with saying, "Yeah, but she was in my phone." I'm like, but it was what? Oh God, is he like Jax? Well, no. See, Jax was a horrible liar, though. I never will understand how well Jax would like get it. He wasn't even handsome. I was like, get out of my face. I really don't know what Ralph does. I really don't. I don't know. He could sell bags at Walmart. I wouldn't know it at all. But again, I like the scene of the husbands hanging out. I think it was cute. I think we don't get enough of them all together. So this is cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Now they can't be able to Tyrone because he's in jail. We're not in jail. He's on house arrest. But anyway, let that be. Lastly, let's get to Drew and her husband. So Drew husband set up a whole little romantic, little dinner, little candlelight, little roses or whatever. But he kind of surprised her in the aspect of, he had like glam come to her hair, come to her makeup, had wardrobe come to her outfit or whatever, had someone come drive her, to the place and whatnot. And when they got there, she dressed up all looking all cute or whatever. And oh my God, this is amazing. Where did we? Because she didn't know what was going on. And he took her to his tailor's showroom house. I was like, you didn't want to get like a regular hotel? Okay. So he like, look, I know I can be an ass. I completely get I can be a whole ass of the whole. But I want us, to be good. I want to be a good provider. Okay. I want to be the best father. Okay. Because I love you and I want to be the best. But I want to make sure my wife knows that no other woman can compare or come close to her. I say, fool, Drew's issue is not about anyone getting close to her. Her issue, her concern is how close they get to you. Okay? Because Ralph to me is worse than Marceau from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because he, admittedly comes off as someone who's doing wrong, and he just wants his wife to kind of blame herself because he's a he worse than Marceau, in my opinion. I fully believe Drew was either previously, currently, or will in the future cheat on Drew. Because his antics are just in a way of I'm living a double life. And I know my wife know I'm living a double life, but I need her to not care about that. I need her to just let me be, okay? And then I was like, what the fuck? What is wrong with him? Okay. Now she tells him that she appreciates him, making me feel special, you know what I'm saying, doing these things for me or whatever. Making me feel like the only woman in the world. I'm like, girl, he doesn't do that because there's always that assistant who he is still talking to. Okay. And so he brings up how he's realized how things have to be different. And he realized how there has to be a different level of order in his life, and how now the new order is, God, me, my wife, my kids, and I say, you put yourself, okay. And he said, look, you know, I had to change because I used to be a people pleaser. And I was a pleaser and I would put everyone before myself, but now I had to put me first. And this is the thing, I don't mind people knowing they have to take care of themselves, but I feel like when Ralph says it, Ralph really feels like he is better than or more important than Drew. And not because of any other reason, because he's a little bit cuckoo, okay? Cuckoo cuckoo. And I was like, don't do it. And so for Drew, she like, well, I know for me, I used to, his thing was, I'm now having to put myself first to make myself better. And Drew saying, well, in that same aspect, okay, I'm walking around on eggshells because I feel like I'm always consistently trying to not vocalize how I really feel. And like I'm trying to, oh, sorry, y'all sneeze. I'm trying to avoid confrontation with you because of the wrath that comes. And when he kind of acknowledges how I'm sorry for making you feel that way, meaning he do shit to either gaslight her or just be aggressively to her to where she don't want to even have him be upset. I'm like, she's saying so much without even saying that much. But I was like, don't, girl, leave that man, okay? And she brought up how even tonight, like I'm trying to not say the wrong things. I don't want to I don't want to ruin our night. And the fact that your wife doesn't have the freedom to just talk to her husband without the fear of the wrath of him means y'all should be divorced. You should not be scared to talk to your husband. Like that should never go on. Never. And he brings up how, well, let's leave tonight about us, between each other. Because her thing is she trying to have a conversation to communicate to see what is going on between them two. And he wants us to ignore all of that as if everything's good, have a little dinner at this house that ain't mine, and then leave that be. And she wants to just discuss things. And the fact that he does not want to do that is complete bullshit to me. Okay. He said, let's leave all that shit when we go to counseling. Okay. And so, oh, okay, so you don't want to communicate? He's like, look, no. I'm saying I set this up to be special. Okay. I didn't have any expectations about what will go on. And if you value this situation, great. If you don't value it, then it's great as well. And she says, no, I do value it. I do value it. And I also feel like it shows me that now we can make it. He didn't got an attitude because of what she said. I was like, how are you upset because she's telling you that she now feels like y'all can make it because you're putting forth an effort to handle yourself in a different way? I was like, you have to be kidding me. So I agree. Yeah, as I said, yes, he is worse than Marcel. I don't know what sign. So he is pretending you all are saying. I don't think that. I don't think they're faking. I think Drew may be that dumb. Ralph will definitely cheat or has cheated because it's so narcissistic. He will blame Drew. Yes, the same way he's saying it was her fault for finding out about the assistant because she went through the phone. Horrible. Okay. Do not allow a partner to blame their cheating on you. It's not fair. I completely agree. It's just stupid. She knows she needs to leave him. I could not do it. I could not. Yes, her look was amazing. I wish I could have got a better view of it all, but I could not. And I feel like, fighting it. But she looked great. Boobs are great as well. So yeah, she has something done. Okay, and he is a for sure manipulator. Okay, so when he brings up, because now he has an attitude because she said that she now feels they can fix it or whatever. Now he mad a little bit. Anyway, he then is they talking or whatever, and this fool said to her, he like paused and said, I'm gonna set up an appointment with Dr. Ken so he can teach you or show you or talk to you about how to talk to men. And I was like, the fuck, what? I was like, I wanted to punch Ralph in the face, okay? And she said, oh, okay, well, I'm going to set one up for you to learn how to talk to women, okay? And then they're fussing back and forth because Ralph was upset. And she's like, well, you bring up Ken about things about me, but he called you a maniac, okay? That's about you. He's now upset because, I'm not a man. That's not me. I'm too. He said I can't be one because I'm too successful and I have to be too many degrees to be a maniac or whatever. And she then said, well, you have maniac tendencies. Okay, that's not true. You don't even. And when he said you don't even know what the word means, I'm like, but I think she do. And she did. She Googled it. Okay, and she's like, oh, but Drew, stop saying words. She said, okay, well, no, because his thing was the word means unstable, and he don't think he's. I said, sir, you're unstable. The way he treats her and dances around shit and then gaslights her, he for sure is not stable. And I think at times he's trying to force her to not be stable either. And I was like, man, Drew, you need to leave him because now Drew is telling him, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. You said that to me. I responded or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because she's feeling like I used the word that I did not know what it meant. And now he's offended. And it was a mess. But because this is the thing. All Drew wanted to do was have a conversation about communication with her husband on a little pretty date night. And he got so pissed, he gassed at her, flipped the script, had her saying sorry to him. And then she's crying and she's walking to go, wipe her face off or whatever. And he's sitting there like a fucking maniac, emotionless. Did not go check on her, did not care. And she came back to the table like, I'm just tired of going through this or whatever. I'm just asking for a conversation. And he then said, I regret doing any of this. I was like, nigga, Ralph is a horrible husband. And it's weird because we know the season has already been taped. It's already played out in their real lives. And she's still with him. I'm like, it's like, do you hear the things girl, I was like, he may be great on some days. Some days he could be a great husband, and not be a complete asshole. But I'm like, I cannot be with somebody that when I start crying because I'm hurt, they don't even come check on me. And then he walked from her saying, I regret doing any of this. And I was like, but you fucked it all up. Yes, he makes her feel like she's crazy. And then because he does that, she don't have the time or the mind frame to even attempt to stay in the mindset of, no, it's him. He the issue. Let's leave it on him. She gets defensive and not wanting to upset him because of the wrath of Ralph. And so she's always backtracking her emotions to just make him happy. I just want her to leave. Be gone. Because what's the point of any of that if he gonna be on consistent bullshit? And Ralph is on consistent bullshit. Okay. I don't know what is even wrong with Drew to where she doesn't see how much he's pushing her in the wrong direction. But it could be Drew just might not be that smart because she know gaslighting me. She know gaslighting me. And that's just weird. Right. Emotional abuse yes, completely. I think they're in therapy, but it ain't working. It ain't working at all. Okay. He's a fine devil. And look, serpents come in all shapes, sizes, and forms. Okay. And sometimes you have to leave it be. Don't eat the apple, Eve, or Adam. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna be done because it's been an hour. It's already almost 11. Well, it's almost midnight here. So I hope y'all had a good time. Okay, around here, right here. Make sure to subscribe to my channel because that's the thing to do around here. You know how to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner. My signal has been crappy all night. So I'm gonna have to hear how this recording playback. I hope I did not sound like a monster. Okay, like an alien or whatever. Do not forget to like the video, please, and share the video, please. Thank you to those who was live watching tonight. I will have other reviews up to because I am still behind on reviews. Because I got my eyes dilated yesterday, and so I could not see, and so I lost the whole day of being able to watch stuff. And then today was Mother's Day, so I'm a bit behind, but more because my eyes stuff from yesterday, and not stuff from today. But I will see y'all again, okay, on a different day, probably tomorrow. Have a good night. And again, to all the moms who are in here, fully happy Mother's Day, okay, to know, especially to my mama right here, okay, right here. Get some good sleep, y'all. Get some water before y'all go to bed. I'm saying get some good sleep or whatever. And, be good, be happy, be safe around here. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.